These are the kind of words that inspire a people, that bring a people to a higher level of organization, a focus on spiritual rather than material, aspirational goals that involve peace and tranquility and brotherhood amongst men, striving for that more perfect union, that more perfect community. So let's listen to a little bit of Bobby's soaring rhetoric.
Whenever any American's life is taken unnecessarily, whether it is done in the name of the law or in defiance of the law, whenever we do this, then the whole nation is degraded. And yet it goes on and on and on in this country of ours. Too often we excuse those who are willing to build their own lives on the shattered dreams of other human beings. Some accuse others of rioting and inciting riots have by their own conduct invited them. This is the violence of institutions, indifference, inaction, and decay. This is the violence that afflicts the poor, that poisons relations between men because their skin has different colors. This is the slow destruction of a child by hunger and schools without books. This is the breaking of a man's spirit by denying him the chance to stand as a father and as a man amongst other men. We learn at the last to look at our brothers as alien. For when you teach a man to hate and to fear his brother, when you teach that he is a lesser man because of his color, then you also learn to confront others, not as fellow citizens, but as enemies, to be met not with cooperation, but with conquest, to be subjugated and to be mastered. We learn to share only a common fear, only a common impulse, to meet disagreement with force. But this much is clear: violence breeds violence, repression breeds retaliation, and only a cleansing of our whole society can remove this sickness from our souls. We must admit the vanity of our false distinctions and learn to find our own advancement in search for the advancement of all.
Thank you. You know, I'm teared up because I realize watching this that this decay has been weaponized. This decay was organic decay at the time that Robert Kennedy spoke these words. But the secret societies have learned how to weaponize this decay and exacerbate the divisions that hold us down and keep us apart and prevent us from forming that more perfect union. And RFK was assassinated. These are soaring words that come from the heart. Let's forget about all the criticisms of RFK for a minute. And there are many. They're legendary. And let's forget about all the criticisms of JFK, because there are many and they are legendary. Let's forget about all the criticisms of Gandhi, for there are many and they are legendary. And let's look at the poetry that their best self interjected into our political lives, into our social lives, into our world community, and realize that their voices were stilled, all three of them, by assassins' billets. I didn't talk about Gandhi's assassination, but he was stilled. JFK was cut down right before our eyes. And RFK also. Could you please play this RFK assassination piece?
A reporter for the Mutual Broadcasting System, Andy West, was in the hallway, the kitchen hallway in the Ambassador Hotel last night when Senator Kennedy was shot. He is perhaps the man who was closest to the senator when the shots were fired. Let's go back now to that hour last night. First, Senator Kennedy in victory, and then the voice of reporter West as our cameras show the panic that gripped the scene.
So I thank all of you who made this possible this evening, all of the effort that you made, and all of the people whose names I haven't mentioned, but who did all of the work at the precinct level, who got out the vote, who did all of the effort, brought forth all of the effort that's required. I was a campaign manager 8 years ago. I know what a difference that kind of an effort and that kind of commitment makes. So I thank all of you, those of you who are here. Mayor Yorty has just sent me a message that we've been here too long already. So, my thanks to all of you, and now it's on to Chicago, and let's win there. Thank you very much.
Senator, do you have any message? Senator, how are you going to counter Mr. Hortley's background in you as far as the delegate votes?
We could just go and start to struggle.
He was obviously beloved from this scene if you're just listening in. This is right after he won the California primary, and he had a tremendous following of adoring fans. He was highly charismatic, and he was the leader. He had picked up the Kennedy mantle, and he was carrying it forward. And he was cut down brutally right after this victory, as we're about to hear. And it's going to start soon. You're going to hear the pops of the gunfire.
Hey, wait. Hey, I want to hear really loud.
There it is.
Senator Kennedy has been shot. Is that possible? Is that possible? It could.
And here's the panic of the crowd when it sweeps over them. The picture of Bobby Kennedy, the famous picture, where he's lying, bleeding out. Horrifying. And this was for all of us to see. All of us to see. This was about it, killing Kennedy and killing all of our hopes and dreams at the same time.
That's it, Raper. Get it. Get the gun, Raper. Okay, now hold on to the guy. Hold on to him. Hold on to him, ladies and gentlemen. Hold him. Hold him. We don't want another Oswald.
Can you stop it, please?
Hold him, Raper.
That's enough of this. We don't want another Oswald. What they're saying is, let's not let the killer be killed. Let's try to get some evidence from the person who pulled the trigger. And of course, we've never really heard anything from Sirhan Sirhan that's moved the needle. We really don't know where he came from. He's not in the cause of this is, again, the lone gunman. Poetically, it was heartbreaking for everyone that lived in the world, everyone that lived in this country. And I just want to share an anecdote, a personal anecdote, which of course is not in any way, I'm certainly not trying in any way put myself on this level. Although I am pledging my life, my fortune, and my sacred honor to the maintenance of freedom in this country. So as we build this community and millions of people become part of the free people of America, we'll see where we go with this. Because when you put yourself out and you try to lead and you try to be honest about it, oh, do you find haters? And this is a new experience for me. Kennedy mentioned the precinct strategy. Well, the Republican Party's never practiced that, and I've been trying to refresh, not in terms of republicanism, but in terms of personal involvement, be you Democrat or Republican, please get involved in the political process. Please, the human will, the American citizen, we are the bastion, we are the border, we are the limit on the ambition and the ambitious plans of our leaders that really bear no connection to what I want for my children or for my own life. They're off on a trip that has nothing to do with the people that live in the precincts and the neighborhoods. So when the people in the precincts and the neighborhoods get involved and be political, then we have governance coming back into we the people. And I've been pursuing that. I've been promoting that. And boy, did they take me out. They took me out in such a comprehensive, calculated, and secret way. So, okay, you shot your best shot. We got plenty of time to name names. Today I'm just going on record as saying, I'm not stupid. I was here to serve, and I was called ambitious. Not because I'm ambitious, but because no one spoke to me. If they had spoke to me, they would know I'm working tirelessly for human freedom human dignity, and human well-being. And if anybody wants to get on the other side of well-being, please proceed.